A very good afternoon to you and welcome to NTV at 1 this Saturday. My name is Edmond Nyabola and these are some of the stories making headlines at this hour. 41 KRA officials arrested by DCI detectives over corruption allegations are being held in Parklands, Kilimani and Kileleshwa police stations, waiting to be possibly charged in court on Monday. The officials were detained at the CID training school overnight following the raid by detectives on Friday morning at KRA's Times Tower and Samia Park branches. 80 individuals in KRA are under investigation over facilitating tax evasion scams, abuse of office and money laundering. 39 are yet to be arrested by detectives. Operations at KRA have been affected, with the domestic tax and customs border control departments worst hit. Now, with 2 weeks left to register for your Huduma number, Kenyans across the country are rushing to make their applications. In Wajir, hundreds of residents are flocking centers to ensure they are not left out, but the vast county is presenting its challenges to the people, as Nurdin Elmoge reports.
Nurki Abdullahi, a father of 5 children, is under pressure to get his family listed in the ongoing Huduma number registration exercise. Nurki needs his children's birth certificate to ensure his family data is captured accurately.
Watoto wetu natakana warejeshwe kwa huduma. Natakana ndio asaini barua tuende tuchukue birth certificate. Hatupati, anakataa, anatuzungusha 24 hours.
At the Wajir County Commissioner's office, NTV caught up with Nurki and other parents awaiting to have their application for birth certificate approved by the Deputy Assistant County Commissioner. With less than 2 weeks to the end of the national registration exercise for the Huduma number, most parents are in a rush to meet the deadline.
Shida yetu ni namna ya kupata kibanda na barua. Watoto yetu wanataka kuenda shule. Nimechokisa karibu siku 5 hivi. Ni kutoka jamaa kutoka sasa. Hii mambo nahitaji natokea wapi? Sisi ni watu wa Kenya.
But the lack of power and the vastness of the county and the prevailing drought conditions are among the challenges that are slowing down the process here.
Hii area ni area ambayo iko na joto mingi. Hizi gadgets zetu zimekuwa na overheating. Inafikia mahali jua ikiwa imewaka sana, inakuwa ina overheat, lazima ikulu kidogo ndio process iendelee. Na hiyo inapoteza wakati na pia kunakuwa sasa na rain mrefu.
Despite the difficulties, the government is expected to capture the data of about 120,000 people in Wajir East Sub-County, which is the county headquarters. Nurdin Elmoge, NTV, Wajir County.
I hope you have registered for your Huduma number, and if you haven't, according to the government, there is a deadline and you should proceed with that. I registered yesterday. Now, a 34-year-old man hacked his lover to death before hanging himself in his bedroom at Ndemu village in Umande location in Laikipia East Sub-County. According to Umande location chief Wangombe Wanjau, the incident was a result of a strained relationship.
Neighbors reported that the two were sharing a meal when a confrontation started. They heard the lady screaming, and when they went to try and intervene, they encountered a disturbing scene.
Msichana amekatwa kwa shingo na panga na kisu. Amekatwa kabisa, ni kama kushijwa. Ni kama kulikuwa na vita kubwa. Panga iko pale, iko nyundo pale, kuwa na kisu na zote ziko na damu.
After killing the lady, Nderitu then took his life as his body was found hanging in his bedroom. Wangombe added that preliminary investigations established that the deceased, who was a casual laborer, had been living alone, but the lady used to come visit him on several occasions. Area residents have been urged not to use force or violence to resolve issues, but to seek conflict resolution. The two bodies were taken to Nanyuki Teaching and Referral Hospital mortuary. Helen Aura, NTV.
Now, ODM leader Raila Odinga has told off those critical of the government's fight against corruption, saying nothing can stop an idea whose time has come. Speaking in Nyatike in Migori County, Odinga said his commitment and that of President Uhuru Kenyatta to recover lost public funds is long-term and will not be stopped. Odinga added that his partnership with President Kenyatta is for the benefit of all Kenyans, and whoever is against the unity is an enemy of the country.
Change is coming. A very fundamental and big change is coming to Kenya. At the end of this process that we started with Uhuru Kenyatta, there's going to be a new Kenya. You cannot resist change. If you try to resist change, change will change you. The time for change in Kenya has come. And an idea whose time has come is so powerful. They say that nothing is as powerful as an idea whose time has come.
Now, the Ministry of Labour has raised concerns over the high number of industrial unrests that have had a negative impact on the Kenyan economy, saying it has made the country not favorable for investment. Cabinet Secretary Ukur Yatani says there is a worrying trend in the industrial unrest that has negatively affected the state of the economy, especially within the public sector. Ukur was speaking in Mombasa during the launch of the National Labour Board, an apex body that deals with harmonizing labour relations in the country.
We are looking at a number of programs and policies to make sure that we have a stable and harmonious labour relations in every sector. And that's why the role of the National Labour Board is extremely crucial. So that it is not only the ministry dealing with them, but it's done between the various partners so that an agreed position is crafted out between all these players. We are handling quite a number of areas.
General wage increase, that one I can assure it is still under negotiations because it is pegged to so many other things that the government is planning to do. And soon after we have completed negotiations and all segments, including what we have pegged on, we have agreed, then it will be made public. You would remember last year we had a 5% wage increase on minimum wage. That was minimum wage. It took almost 7 months before it was announced. It was gazetted, but it was gazetted on 1st of January this year.
Now, Malindi Member of Parliament Aisha Jumwa has accused the national government of failing to allocate the equalization fund to marginalized areas which deserve priority on development. The legislator has blamed the Education Ministry for not funding schools, leading to challenges of infrastructure in areas like Mangororo Primary School in the poverty-stricken Ganze constituency of Kilifi County. Aisha Jumwa spoke after donating 50 desks and promised to give out 100 bags of cement, 30 iron sheets and 50 other desks to the school, which has only 2 permanent buildings, through her Aisha Jumwa Foundation and her Inua Mtoto Kutoka Sakafuni initiative. A photo which went viral on social media showed young children learning in a pool of water seated in blocks on Wednesday.
Katika miaka 17 tangu elimu ya bure katika taifa la Kenya izinduliwe, Mangororo bado iko hivi katika hali ya kusikitisha. Ni aibu sana. CDF fund kila mtu anaona anahitaja, lakini ni pesa ambazo haziwezi kusaidia kikamilifu maeneo kama maeneo kame ya Ganze na zile sehemu zingine. Ndiposa Kilifi County iko katika orodha ya zile counties ambazo zilikuwa zifaidike katika mgao wa equalization fund. Lakini cha kushangaza, mpaka leo Ganze hii hakuna pesa ambayo imetumika kutoka mfuko wa equalization fund.
Now, West Pokot County has turned to rainwater harvesting as a measure to mitigate drought in the area as the rain season begins. Area Governor John Lonyangapuo said the project will boost access to water in the water-scarce areas hit by drought. West Pokot County has been in the grip of a famine due to a prolonged dry spell.
Residents of West Pokot County are set to benefit from a water harvesting program, which will help them acquire water during rain shortages in the area. Speaking while launching the distribution of first batch of water tanks to schools and dispensaries in Kapenguria, Governor Lonyangapo said the project is a partnership between the county government and the Rift Valley Water Services Board.
Hii unapoweka maji kwa hii tangi, mjue sasa msimu ya kupanda miti imefika.
He urged residents to embrace water harvesting, especially during rainy seasons, for use in future during the dry seasons. The county aims to distribute 83 tanks, each with a capacity of 10,000 litres. The area has a few seasonal rivers, making it hard for residents to get water, which contributes greatly to water scarcity. Residents, especially farmers, have been asked to take part in tree planting and refrain from indiscriminate logging on their lands to combat the adverse effects of global warming that has been hitting them.
Ile mabiti ilikuwa inachunga mito yetu imekwisha. Ingine ni makaa, ingine ni mbao. So tumepeana amri pamoja na neema wakanyake mkuu kila mto ya West Pokot wakanyake ile mkuu natakana ili tuweze kureserve. Shamba ni yangu lakini tumereserve. Na tutakuja kuweka dams kwa hiyo mashamba. So msiniambie ninunue. Tunakatia ni maji tena lakini maji ikipita Riverinian yende huko juu wa shamba yako hapo hiyo street useme tulipe ya kuchunga maji.
This year, the area was affected due to the prolonged long rains affecting crops and livestock farming. Eunice Omolo, NTV.
And to an unfortunate story, a 45-year-old grocery seller from Kyunyu village in Muranga County has been admitted to hospital with serious injuries after his manhood was chopped off by a suspected gang of thugs. John Kangebe was attacked when he was shielding himself from the rain at a nearby shop. He was sexually abused before the gang chopped off his genitals. Residents are complaining of rising insecurity cases in the area, accusing police of laxity. They are now calling on the relevant authorities to intervene and ensure security is enhanced. The victim is recuperating at the Thika Level 5 hospital.
Sister mwingine hapo akatuambia kijana wetu kama ako hai. Tukamwambia yeye ako hai. Nikamuuliza kwa nini, akaniambia siri zake, yani nini zake za siri, sehemu zake za siri ziko Gitwaba kwa hapo chini. Sasa madhe alikuwa hapo, akasema achukuliwe haraka sana na aangaliwe, na akaangaliwa akapatikana hana. Hata yeye mwenyewe hakuwa anajua hana, cause alikuwa ni kama amechanganyikiwa.
Quite unfortunate there. We wish Mr. Kangebe all the best as he is in hospital. Now, at least 65 Tunisian migrants drowned on Friday when their boat capsized in the Mediterranean Sea off the Tunisian coast after they had left Libya hoping to reach Europe. This is according to the United Nations High Commission on Refugees. The state-run Tunis Afrique press agency gave a death toll of at least 70 people. It was one of the deadliest shipwrecks involving migrants trying to reach Europe this year. In the first 4 months of 2019, 164 people are known to have died on the route, a smaller number but higher death rate than in previous years, with one dying for every 3 who reach European shores. This, again, is according to the United Nations High Commission on Refugees. UNHCR said the sunken boat had taken to the sea on Thursday from neighboring Libya, where renewed warfare between rival factions has gripped the capital, Tripoli, in the past 5 weeks. Back to something on education. Girls in 135 schools in Isiolo County will benefit from a free sanitary towels program aimed at empowering the girl child. Led by Madhvi Dalal, the CEO and founder of Padmad Company, the initiative targets girls, especially those from poor backgrounds, to provide them with information regarding menstrual health management. The girls were issued with sanitary towels to take them through several months to ensure they attend school and not miss the classes during their menstruational cycle.
Tunashukuru sana kwa sababu mbeleni tukua tukipata monthly menses, tunaenda nyumbani tunakosa lessons. Kwa siku moja tunasoma lesson 9. So unakosa kuja shule wiki moja, tuseme 5 days. Hiyo unakosa lesson 45. Kwa sasa venye ametuletea tunashukuru, tutakosa shule.
Niaje. Want to invest in a biashara that will take your hustle?
The Kenya Cup semi-finals go down this afternoon with KCB hosting Kenya Harlequins in Ruaraka and Stanbic Mwamba facing league leaders Kabras Sugar in Kakamega. Defending champions KCB are making their 7th appearance in the semi-finals as they chase after their 4th final in 5 seasons. Kabras, who were unbeaten in the regular season, start as favourites against Kulabu as they seek to secure a home Kenya Cup final in Kakamega. The Kenya Cup winners will walk away with $1 million prize money. And the Golden State Warriors booked their spot in the Western Conference Finals by defeating the Houston Rockets 118-113 on the road in an epic Game 6 duel that went down to the wire and closed the series at 4-2. The Warriors prevailed in available for around 13,000. Other semi-final. Federer survived 3 game points to 4. We play again at the top of the hour, that is at 2 p.m. with Top Sport. A lot to look out for on Top Sport later this afternoon. Back to you, Edmond.
Thank you so much, Brian Otwal, with the sports. Now, politicians, it seems, are beginning to make the DPP, DCI and EACC's job of tracking down the thieves even easier. Blinded by the desire to destroy each other, they are spilling the beans and even declaring their wealth almost voluntarily. The pull him down attitude adopted by politicians is good for investigators, and as Emmanuel Juma reports on Bullseye, the women are standing up to be counted.
Sheria ya chama cha ODM mwenye kutunga sio Sifuna. Mheshimiwa SG, kwa heshima zote, mahali ulipofikia hautaweza kuendelea. Kwa heshima zote. Hatuwezi.
Now, this is what's meant by stopping one in his or her tracks. And it will be written that on this day, Lady Aisha Jumwa got the better of the Bukusu man. You are beaten, Edwin.
As a Luya man, I was not taught how to answer women publicly.
Siasa ya Kilifi ni siasa ya kuotea mbali.
And so is the woman.
Nataka munitafutie msichana hapa, mimi nataka kuwa bibi wa kutoka Kilifi. Lakini huyo msichana asikue dada ya Aisha, tutasumbuana.
Olochi, mimi ni mtu mkarimu sana. Sijui kwa nini ukatafute dadangu na mimi niko
Just who could be Aisha Jumwa's match? Atuoli maybe?
Hiyo hata sio test yangu. Hata nitaje namna gani? Na mjajua, mkitaka kumjua, mumpime na rula. Hana kiuno. Hana.
Mr. Atoli, type yako naijua mimi. Wewe umezoea kupeleka mashine ya Probox vyetu, utaeleza wapi?
That's a day in Kenya's politics. A very painful affair, I tell you. But the pain cannot match what Waititu felt when he appeared before the Senate committee.
It is only appearing as a template because I don't know where they came from.
A very bad day in the office for Baba Yao. What happened?
Wameingiza hiyo karatasi katika ripoti yetu.
Well, maybe not. But Commander thinks otherwise.
Within a very short time, there will not be a governor in Kiambu. The deputy governor will take over. Na haitakuwa ni kifo, mtu atakuwa jera.
But why is that?
Yeye atueleze. 2 houses in Runda, 3 houses in town. What miracle?
Vaga.
He's saying Baba Yao has been eating where he is not sown. Waititu, can you declare your wealth?
Siku ingine mtu aniulize nitembeze nikuoneshe mali yangu. Nitaonesha, wengine watacommit suicide. Wakinijua.
Commander says the story is quite different.
Wewe utakuwa miujiza gani? Mimi sijafanya miaka 40. Miracle hiyo.
Yule mtu ambaye ana file ya Nairobi ya wakora wote wale wameiba Nairobi ni mimi. Commander ndiye aliuza extension ya Pumwani Hospital. Commander ndiye aliuza soko ya Mwarero. Commander ndiye aliuza soko hii hapa Mugingo. Commander aliuza bus station ya Isli. Uliza Commander nani aliuza depot ile ilikuwa na pika rami ya Nairobi yote.
This, I have to say, is a typical case of the pot calling the kettle black. Haji, Kinoti, your potential witnesses and suspects all in one package. And can you spot the deputy president? Here he was, among the very divine from the west of Kenya. And boy, this looks like a rehearsal of what to expect in heaven. Perhaps this is the earthly understanding of being surrounded by the glory. This is total protection. Not even Satan can penetrate.
Shetani akijaribu kufika hapo karibu, tunamwambia riswa. Ama namna gani?
He wears many hats, this man. On this day, he was this, a member of the African Divine Church. On another day, he would be something close to an imam. On some occasions, just this, a bourgeois, a serious businessman. But when it really matters, he transforms to this. Akalasinga they call it. Or is it sing? And that is serious business.
Oh, mtakuja huko?
Lakini sawa hata wewe utakuja.
Lakini na mbebe fare msikuja kusumbua watu Nairobi.
And you can also call him William, the hustling, budding comedian. And have you been following the politics around Sadaka and corruption?
Let us not allow Harambee monies to be a subtle way of sanitizing the corrupt leaders.
And then this showed up. The man of God receiving a very fat envelope.
Ole Sapit, kama kweli sadaka ya politician ni chafu, ile 8 million yenye mheshimiwa alikuwekea kwa briefcase, wewe Ole Sapit, rudisha hiyo pesa kwanza, ndio tujue hautaki pesa ya wanasiasa.
That calls for a change of strategy.
Hatujasema tumekataa pesa ya mtu yeyote, lakini nasema tutoe kwa njia ambayo ni staarabu.
And you can expect even more excruciating pain as the days drag on. In the meantime, Kalwale has a new student in his one-legged dance class. And things are tight, my friend. Emmanuel Juma, Bullseye, NTV.
Political satire like no other with the Bullseye man, Emmanuel Juma, every Friday on NTV Weekend Edition. That's all we had for you at this hour on NTV at 1. My name is Edmond Nyabola. Do stay tuned. Top Spot is coming at 2 p.m. with Ida Waringa and, of course, the rest of the team, as well as NTV Junior at 7 p.m. and NTV Weekend Edition at 9 p.m. with myself. See you then. Bye-bye.